Yes, you are welcome to this edition of our training. In the last video, we explained booting, code booting, warm booting, icons, mouse techniques. Those were the things we looked at in the last video. In this video, we are going to be talking about the practical application of those mouse techniques that we explained earlier. Then I'll be talking about accessing and launching programs. I'll be talking about creating shortcuts for files, for folders, both at the desktop and on the taskbar. Now let's look at the application of the mouse techniques we learned earlier. Take a look at these objects on the screen. If I simply click, nothing will appear to happen. But if I double click, we have explained double clicking earlier. You see that the whole of this opens up. I can maximize it. The whole of this opens up. This is how to apply double clicking. So when you double click a program, you are automatically launching the program. If it's a file, you are opening the file. If I double click on this, same thing happens. It opens it in Microsoft Word. That is how to double click and the application of double clicking. On the other hand, what if I right click on a file, a folder, or a program? Take for instance this. If I right click on this, it will give me a series of options like pin to quick access, open this, give access to, restore, include, pin to start, send to, and what have you. Now I can rename this folder if I wanted to by right clicking here. So right clicking gives you multiple options to explore on an object, while double clicking will open up the item. Next is clicking and dragging. How do you apply click and drag? Take for instance, you just come and you discover that your desktop is littered with files and folders, programs everywhere scattered like this. How do you arrange them and bring them to normal? You of course click and drag. When I say click and drag, or when I say click, you automatically know that you have to left click. In order for you to click and drag, you click, that is left click on the object, and then you drag the object to the position where you want it to be, like this. So this, I can click this and move it here. I can click this and move it here. Now, in no time, you see that the screen of your system, your monitor screen, will be neatly arranged. Your desktop will be neatly arranged. That is the essence of right-clicking, double-clicking, click, and drag. Now, having said that, I've talked about arranging icons on the desktop. The next thing you have to look at is accessing and launching files and programs. In order for you to launch any program, when we say program, you're talking about your apps, your application that you have on your system. Like this Firefox, if I want to launch this, what do? I simply double click on it. And then you can see that it opens up for me to browse. Alright, that is accessing a program. The same thing happens if you want to access a file. I opened this earlier. If you double click on it, it will open up. That is one way. That is if you have the object, the file, the program that you want to access on the desktop. If it happens not to be on the desktop, what do? Say for instance, I want Microsoft Excel, and Excel is not on this desktop. I have to go through my start menu. Then look for Microsoft Office. There's the Microsoft Office suite. It will be somewhere here. Yes, see it here. Now here it contains a host of other software. This is Microsoft Excel here. By the time I click, it will launch. It will open up your program. So that is how to access and launch program. Virtually any program you want to launch, you can go to the start menu and then click on it. It will open up for you to work with. That is on accessing and launching program. Finally, for this video, let's look at creating shortcuts. There are items that you can access from anywhere, but let's assume you want to create shortcut for those items on, say, the taskbar. Let me start with taskbar. Now, I just launched Microsoft Excel and I went through this process. Let's say I don't want to be going through this process every time. Let's assume I'm an accountant and I make use of Excel every time. I want it to be in a place whereby I can easily locate. What do I do? First, locate it from the start button this way. Then right click. When you right click, you are going to see this option. You see install. Please don't install, except you are very sure you want to do install. And then pin to start. If you pin to start, it will appear here. That is, anytime you click on the start button, it will appear on this, like Microsoft Word is appearing here. So if I click on pin to start, let's do that and see. Pin to start. Now you can see that it's appearing here. So each time I click on the start button, I can easily find it here. But even I want it to be even simpler and more easier to locate. More easy to locate. What do I do? Right click on it, then pin to go to more, pin to taskbar. Click on it, and it's done. You can see it's appearing here now. It wasn't here before. You can as well remove it from here if you want to. So I have it here. If I want Microsoft Word to be appearing here, I can still do the same thing. Go here, locate your Microsoft Word from the Microsoft Office. Let's locate Word. This is there. So right click on it and then go to more, go to pin to taskbar, and then it appears here again. So that is how to create quick access on the taskbar. Now, how do you create shortcuts to the desktop? Let me remove this very quickly. Okay. I want to show us how I brought it here. Same thing with this. Let me remove it from here, so that I can show you how I created the shortcut. So I want a shortcut for objects or programs on the desktop. How do I do that? I first launch my file explorer. You can also go to the start menu if you want. Now, this text folder is in my file explorer, specifically it's in documents. I also have some things in download. If I want anything on this download to be on the desktop, I can easily move them to desktop. For instance, look at this example course. I want this to be on the desktop. I downloaded it, but I want it to be on the desktop. Right click on it and then send to desktop. Now let me minimize this. This is here to minimize. Now you can see it here. Example code. Then you see this arrow. This arrow shows that it is excuse me, a shortcut. So that's for one. Let's see other things. Let's go to documents. Let me create shortcut for a folder. This is a folder, my Paylet text folder. Let's use this text folder. Right click on the text folder and then click on send to the desktop. And there you have it there. You can minimize the screen, come back here and look for it. See the text folder right here. So we've been able to look at how to access and launch programs. We've been able to look at how to create shortcuts, how you can arrange icons and objects on your screen. Now for your practical, what you need to do is first, you are going to show me a screenshot of your desktop with scattered icons, and then show me a screenshot of your desktop with organized icon. That's one. Then secondly, you are going to create shortcuts for programs and files on your desktop. I will send you the details in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.